Hello everybody, as I always say, back again. I try to keep this channel mostly about railroad history, forgotten places, urban exploring, kind of just old stuff in general, old places and railroads and planes. I never did anything here around paranormal stuff, even though haven't done much lately, but I've been quite active in the paranormal world since 2006. Done a lot of places, worked with a lot of people, etc., etc. So anyway, I'm in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, which you think of Gettysburg, you just think of ghosts. This is something rather new to me. I've never heard of. I've been coming to Gettysburg since I was a kid, and ever since my days as a kid, having my parents drive us around at night with my disposable camera, my little 110 camera, taking pictures at night. I guess you could say I've always had an interest in the paranormal in Gettysburg, especially. So today, this is, like I said, even though I've been coming here my entire life and doing ghost hunting and all that stuff for many years here. Girlfriend was told about this, which is, if you've heard of Sachs Bridge, which everybody knows about, Sachs Bridge is maybe about 2 minutes down the road. This is called the John Eisenhower Bridge. Apparently haunted. There's lots of ghost stories, demonic stuff, all kinds of craziness about this. I've never heard about it before, so we decided to find it while we're here this weekend. Apparently, it's a steel structure, which I didn't really realize they had this many like that back this far, but it was built by Gilbert and Smith Gettysburg, 1886. So this bridge was built back in 1886. Pretty cool steel structure. It looks like something Phoenix Steel would have built. There's a lot of this type of bridges around my place, down near like the Upper Perk area, built by Phoenix Ironworks. Apparently, it's called the John Eisenhower Bridge because it's named after John Eisenhower, or Ike Eisenhower, former president, off of Ike D. Eisenhower's son. This was destroyed in '96 in a flood and reconstructed. Actually, the Eisenhower farm, if I'm correct, that's right there. The property for the Eisenhower farm in Gettysburg is right there. And this was named, had been renamed years ago. It truly is named after the president's son. Clearly wasn't named after him in 1886. So it had been renamed later on. So it's pretty neat. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that's Eisenhower's farm right up there. And you can tell by the bollards, as they call it, this has been not an officially used bridge for quite some time. These look like some original growth wood. The old wooden planks look somewhat original. Got the old, those are some modern nails, I guess. I don't know. So apparently somebody killed them. They also call it a suicide bridge. Like I said, you have to excuse me for not knowing much about this. This is kind of new to me. All the years of coming after, I never heard of it until like last night, literally. But Friday was Halloween, so now, and I'm sure people were out here doing paranormal stuff this weekend, because of course, you know, ghosts come out on Halloween, right? The rumor was that somebody killed themselves here, and that's why it's haunted. Or this place made somebody kill themselves. They would have had to have hung themselves, because if you're jumping off this bridge, you're just going to turn an ankle, because you're just going to give yourself a sore something, because you're not going to drown yourself here, and you ain't going to die from falling off of this bridge. That's definitely not going to happen. So like I said, this is Friday was Halloween, so this is Halloween weekend, and I guess people were out here doing some weird crap, because there's some Blair Witch shit going on right here. I don't know what this is. Something going on. There's a rope. I just almost, part of me doesn't want to know. So this is Suicide Bridge, Devil's Bridge, I don't even know. There's so many different things. I just did very, very vague research on it. But there's a lot of stories. If anyone watching this knows about this place, please feel free to comment. Maybe this gets some views or gets some interest. Maybe I'll start adding some paranormal stuff back, adding some paranormal to this page too. One of my other deep interests I've had for many years. But you can tell this is your typical bridge of its time. It's got the stone that leads up into it. Stone structure, looks original. Concrete on the top's probably newer. Got the big planks, looks like original growth type wood. It's always hard to tell, but this is definitely old. And then the steel structure. It's pretty cool. So yeah, all I know is there's a certain feeling, it's hard to explain back here. It feels like I'm like the Wizard of Oz or something. It's just feels, I don't hate to say it, dead back here. It's just, I don't know. It just feels stagnant. And there's bamboo. I guess that's where this bamboo came from right here. But, I mean, the creek's not flowing. It's pretty much still and it's pretty low. And you just look around here, it just has a really forgotten, derelict feeling back here. It's hard to explain. But I'm going to do more research. I'm sure after I post this video, or as soon as I get done and I go home, I'll probably find out more about it. But, yeah, so it's the John Eisenhower Bridge in Gettysburg. I don't know what creek it goes over, but it's neat. And I didn't follow this road up too far, but there's a house up there. And maybe sometime I could find out exactly when this was taken out of service, when they started letting cars go over it. But like I said, it was destroyed or knocked off it was knocked off its foundation in 1996 or something. So, yeah. Just figured I would do a little video on this while I'm here. Something a little different. Lots of bamboo. Bamboo is a weed. Hello. How you doing?
Good, good. How about you?
Good. First time I'd never seen this place. Never knew about this bridge before. So said it while we're here just to stop down and check it out.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It's got a little graffiti now, but
Oh, people had loved graffitiing old stuff. I don't understand it.
yeah, I don't either.
It's annoying.
Yeah, it used to look better.
Yeah. See ya. Oh, so might be it's a local. I was hoping maybe she'd want to talk about some stuff here, but I guess she didn't want to talk. Anyway. Oh, I can't say anyway too much. I think I'd say that a lot. So, got some rivets. Good old rivet construction. Another telltale sign. But she's right, there's a lot of graffiti. I don't know why people want to graffiti up old stuff. Especially railroad equipment. Man, people love to destroy railroad equipment. Even stuff that's not abandoned, they think it's abandoned. So, I'm going to cut this off in a minute. Again, we're going to go down here. Let's see, what's some of this stuff say? That sounds ominous. Those global coordinations? That's different. I'm sure somebody put some deep meaning into that. Words to live by. Very interesting. Alright. So, again, I'm out here in Gettysburg, right behind Eisenhower Farm, at the John Eisenhower Bridge. I know very little about it, but I figured I would do this while I'm out here, see if anybody else knows about it. Built in 1886. Sounds like it was manufactured actually in Gettysburg, or most of the parts. I'm sure I would have known about this and stopped by here last night or Friday night. I'm sure there were people out here doing something weird. Adams County Bridge number 122. Year built, 86. Damaged by flood, June 96. I think that was when we had that big flood out this way. The Sachs Bridge, who everybody knows about, the famous covered bridge, which is supposedly haunted, that was knocked off its foundation and almost destroyed, had to be put back on its foundation. I think that was 96 also, if I remember correctly. Pretty sure it was. Let's see. See, this is all concrete. I bet you at one time there's all the stone. There's probably stone under here, unless it was redone. But the early 1800s, they used a lot of they call it barnstone. I guess it's more common out this way, out east, than anywhere else, but it's called barnstone. They used barnstone on a lot of stuff, so that would have been pretty common. You can tell by the type of concrete or blacktop. This is old blacktop, so this has not been used in many years. So, all right, I'm gonna cut this off here, and I'll see you next time.